Hello besties, what is up? It's been a little bit. It's been a while since I posted. I'm not dead. I didn't quit. I'm here. Hello. And before I just went back to like normal posting and vlogs and stuff, I thought we would just have like a little chat and we'd chill and I would just update you on things and kind of let you know where I've been and yeah. While we do that though, I'm gonna crochet so I can distract myself slightly. I'm making a hat for my brother. I made a hat for myself and he's like, yo, I want one. And I'm like, okay, sure. Got you. So yes, hello. Like I said, it's been a little bit since I posted, and pretty much story goes, as we know, I just got really depressed and fell into a depressive episode, which if you didn't know, I do struggle with depression and anxiety. But I also have this thing called PMDD, which is basically like I get very depressed around my period. So I'm used to getting depressed like at least once a month for a couple days. It hasn't been that bad in the past year. Like it's really been getting a lot better and I would just maybe feel a little bit, honestly, just anxious if anything, not even sad, just a little bit anxious like the first 2 days or so of my period and then I would be okay. But for some reason, it's just been progressively kind of regressing and going back to the way it was, and then this past month it's just been really bad. The depression extended past the week of my period to 2 weeks and then 3 weeks and then a month and then 2 months, and yeah, I don't know what's really been going on. And honestly, that's like the easy explanation of it. Like I was just simply really down bad. Couldn't do much of anything, let alone post on YouTube, because why would I want to put out content that isn't positive? Like that's just not what I want to do. I'll obviously share the experience, but not while I'm in the middle of it. So I just took a break. I hated taking a break because I love YouTube and social media. It's just like my favorite thing ever, and it really just sucks when I can't do what I want to do. But I also haven't done anything else, honestly. Until like the past couple days, I restarted up some of my hobbies such as crocheting and like reading and stuff. But for the past month, I've pretty much been like a vegetable, and that's really all I have to update on. And the first thing I want to say about that is, although it absolutely sucks being depressed, I'm just so grateful that I have the lifestyle that allows me to really like focus on myself when these bad things happen. Like if you haven't known, I've been on YouTube for like almost 7 years now, 7 or 8 years now. And I've built up to this where it has become my full-time job and allows me to work around my mental health, because when I was working like retail at Target, sorry, I got a text. When I was working retail at Target and I had depressive episodes, you can't just like clock out for a week or a month when you're depressed. Yeah, they don't care about that. So it is very nice, and I'm extremely grateful that I have this lifestyle, but it just also sucks because then it does 100% revolve around me and my moods. It balances out with the freedom that it gives me. I think the reason it was so bad this time is just because I'm really tired. It's very exhausting, obviously, being mentally ill, and I personally feel exhausted because it's just a cycle I keep going through, and every time I think I'm getting better, it just always reverts back and regresses, like I said before. And it's just like, okay, how many times do I have to start this over and then hit rock bottom and then come back up again? That's the most exhausting part of it, is having to just rebuild myself back up over again. So like I said, this has been the longest depressive episode that I've had in a while, which is both a good thing because it means I've been doing pretty good for like the past year, but it's a bad thing because it's like, okay, now I feel like I've just abandoned everything that I know about myself, everything I like to do, all of my habits for the past 2 months, and I have to figure out who that all is again. And I'm kind of just left feeling extremely lost, and I really don't know what my goals are right now. I don't know what my passions are, and that kind of makes it hard to like get up and do things every day because I'm like, what am I working towards? I don't know. I have to just rediscover myself all over again. It's very exhausting. That's the thing I just think took me down the most. It's just the pure exhaustion. The sadness is one thing. Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of used to it. I'm kind of used to it. I know there's not really a reason for it. It's just how I am. Sometimes I do wish there was a reason. I don't know if that sounds fucked up, but sometimes I do wish that I had like an event or a situation happen to me so I can at least pinpoint why I am depressed, and then I can work through it. But no, it's simply a state of being that I'm in. My body just decides, all right, you're gonna be depressed, and I'm like, okay, oh well, I guess I'll just wait till this is over. I kind of lost track where I was going with that, but the thing that just took me out was exhaustion, because it's just like, I don't want to keep fighting this. I don't want to keep fighting this. It's so annoying more than anything. I'm frustrated. Like, why have I not been able to find an answer? And every time I think I find an answer, every time I am doing good, either I try a new medication or I'm back at therapy or whatever the case is, I make new habits, new lifestyle changes, and I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Like, there have been only like 1 or 2 times in my life where I actually felt like cured of my depression, and that was the most relieving thing ever. And then what do you know? It comes back, and it's just like, I feel like I'm always waiting for it to come back. And that is not a good feeling. It's not. So yeah, I'm kind of at that post-depressive stage now where it's like, again, I have not done anything for an extended period of time and I feel extremely lost and don't know what it is I want to do. Because I've just been in like survival mode, just been like feeding myself and taking showers. That's really all I've done for 2 months. And obviously taking care of Zoe and walking her. Without Zoe, I would literally rot in my bed. I would be glued to my bed. So thank God I have her because she gets me up 3 times a day to walk and to play and stuff. But now that I'm feeling better and I'm kind of like waking up from this depressive slumber, I'm like, okay, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing? What am I doing? What do I want to do? What are my passions? What are my hobbies? Who am I? I don't know at this moment in time, which has also made it kind of hard to make or get back into making content because I truly do not know what I'm doing with my life or what it is that I want to do. And I just rake my brain every day and then the day passes by and it's like, oh shit, there goes another day without me actually doing anything. That was a lot. I'm so sorry. That was a lot. Yeah. I guess we'll kind of discuss now what I am trying to do to like work on this and get ahead of this. I've been back in therapy for the past 2 months. I love my therapist. I go when I am feeling bad because when I'm not feeling bad, I don't really have anything to talk about. I've been going back regularly and she makes me feel very validated and that's good. That's what you want from therapy. But I'm also trying to get in with a psychiatrist and once again try to get new medication, which is such an annoying process. Finding a psychiatrist or a therapist, any sort of mental health resource, why is it like borderline impossible? Like I've had my therapist for like 3 or 4 years now, so that's good. But trying to find a psychiatrist that will like prescribe me medication and help me with medication management is so hard. It just makes it so inaccessible for people with mental health to get the help that they need. And like I have insurance and everything, like I can get it. It just is such like a difficult process. Anyway, trying to find a psychiatrist and also maybe see if there's some other sort of diagnosis that I'm missing. Like I said, right now, all I know that I'm diagnosed with is like depression and anxiety and then my PMDD, which is where those things kind of like flare up around my period. And I'm like, okay, is there something else? Because I feel like there's something else because if I had these answers and I know what these are, why am I not able to fix them yet? Like there's some other piece of this puzzle missing that I feel like will help me get a better answer and therefore a different route to try to fix it. I don't know. There might not be. And maybe there's no fix, but I'm going to keep trying. So like I said, therapist, psychiatrist, we're working on that right now. As for like personal goals and stuff, for the end of the year, what day even is it? It's like literally almost Thanksgiving. Oh my, it's November 17th. How are we more than halfway through November? This is what I mean. I have no concept of time. I'm not doing anything. Anyway, my plan for the end of the year is kind of just try to work on my personal goals that really are kind of meaningless, such as work on crocheting. I want to finish my Goodreads reading challenge, which is 50 books, and I've read 38. So I have to read 12 books in the next month and a half, which is definitely going to be a challenge. Try to celebrate and enjoy the holidays because also this time last year, a lot of shit went down where both my dogs passed and my Grammy passed. So that's also kind of tying into the whole sad thing, you know? And sometimes when I have goals that small, they seem just kind of silly and meaningless. And I'm very hard on myself because I'm like, I should be doing more. Like I am physically capable of doing things. I am at a young age where I'm also like availably capable of doing things. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like if there's time to do anything, it's now when I'm in my 20s. And I just feel so embarrassed and let down by myself that it's so difficult for me to do simple things because my brain is like, we're gonna be sad. But then I try to remind myself, mental health is just as valid as physical health. Yes, it makes it harder to understand because you can't see it, but that doesn't mean it's not there and shouldn't be treated with care as well. Because there's also, obviously, there's always the thing, it's like, well, people have it off worse. And you can say that to yourself and others can say that to you. Their problems are not your problems and vice versa. Like, all you can do is focus on your own problems. Worrying about other people's problems is not gonna help anyone. I feel like you can't compare levels of struggle because everyone has different tolerances. My camera shut off, my bad. Yeah, I know that's a lot I just talked about. It's not light stuff, but I just want to be honest, and I feel like you don't come across many people having these type of conversations. It's very hard to put yourself out there in fear of judgment, even though I honestly have like the best like fucking followers ever. Everyone is always so supportive and so nice, and it makes it all worth it for me. The reason why I make any content ever is not for myself, but for just someone else to feel like validated and heard. Because we might not be going through the same stuff, but like something might resonate. And I just remember all the times when I was like growing up where I just felt so alone in my struggles. I felt like I was the only person on earth like experiencing these things, and I want other people to know like you're not alone in it and it's okay to struggle. Like that's just literally part of human existence. Is it exhausting going through these same cycles over again and continuously finding myself depressed every couple of months or year? Yeah, it's exhausting, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to stop trying to get through it, because I just have always known like in my bones that there's some greater purpose to all of this. What it is, I don't know, but I truly feel like it's made to like connect me with people, and people that are going through the same thing. I don't know, does that make any sense? Is that cheesy? It's kind of cheesy, whatever. So yeah, I'm really trying not to be hard on myself, because sometimes I just feel really pathetic that it's like, oh, you're sad and you can't do anything. Grow up. But like, no, I'm not sad. I am incapable of actually doing anything. I am incapable of getting up, incapable of reaching out or talking to people or being in social situations or doing anything that brings me joy, because I'm just so exhausted. And then somehow I always come out of it. And then I build myself back up slowly. And then I get back to feeling good, and I ride out that good for as long as it lasts. And unfortunately, every time it's proven that I do fall back down again, but I do always get back up again too. So that's all I can hope for. And we're on the up right now. So yay. So like I said, I'm just going to try to focus on doing things that I know I already enjoy, but just like rediscovering who the fuck I am and what it is I want out of life. Because truthfully, right now I am stumped. I don't know. And I want a purpose, obviously. We all want a purpose. The purpose of life is to find a purpose. I do feel really silly, like, just speaking so calmly about all of this, as if I wasn't just like crying every day for 2 months straight. But I guess that's why I come out of it, so I can share my experience. We can work through it together. Yeah, I don't know what much else to say. Oh, another goal of mine is I'm also gonna foster a kitten. I know that's so random. But I applied to be a foster, and I'm just waiting for like kittens to come through, because my friend is like fostering one and then adopted it, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to do that. So I've been wanting another animal, another pet for a while now, and like I feel like fostering is like the perfect opportunity for me to see if I can like actually handle it. So that'll be exciting. I'll hopefully have a cat pretty soon. So yeah, I guess that's really it. That's all I have to say. Again, I know that was a lot. If you've listened all the way through, thank you. Truthfully, I don't know why. I really do appreciate it, and that I've just been able to be a part of this whole social media thing. This is sounding so cheesy, but like, social media can really suck a lot, but I also like how it connects me to people. And like I said, my only mission with posting or whatever is just not to share my experiences for my own sort of validation, but to help other people feel validated. Because it sucks when you're feeling lonely. It really does. But I want you to know that you're not alone out there. Other people are going through the same thing. If not other people, at least I am. You know? So we'll get through this together. Okay, let me put this down to give you a proper outro, but again, thank you for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to stay tuned for some new videos coming up. They're still gonna be kind of slow, probably pretty boring, but we're trying here, okay? Okay, bye.